Hi, I'm Chanda Cooper with the Richland County Conservation Division and the Richland Soil and Water Conservation District. We often think of plants with showy flowers as being important for our native pollinators, but did you know that native grasses, such as this one, also provide important habitat for pollinators? Let's visit Richland County's Pollinator Demonstration Garden to learn from garden manager Anne Marie Johnson how to incorporate native grasses into our pollinator plantings. The demonstration garden features 12 raised beds planted with a variety of fruits, vegetables, native wildflowers, and native grasses. Anne Marie, why is it important to include native grasses in our pollinator gardens?
Well, Chanda, it's fall, and I gotta tell you, a garden's just not complete without our wonderful warm season native grasses. And what I've got in front of me is one of my favorites, purple tops. Great name for it, lovely purple seeds. The reason these are so important, besides being visually interesting, nice vertical line in your garden, and when the wind blows, these love to sway, and so they're pretty. And even in the wintertime, you've got interest from the seed heads. Birds like them too. Reason we're using them here at the pollinator garden is because these are very important in habitat for our pollinators. Some of these grasses are actually larval host plants for some of our butterflies and moths. And we're always all about that here, so important to include them just for that reason. But also because they're clumping grasses, you'll find that they make a great habitat for our overwintering insects. The pollinators that use this, Chanda, could be moths, butterflies, different kinds of bees, and it depends on what their life cycle is. Because the grasses in nice clumping form create kind of a dry spot that's protected from the weather, either their eggs are there or the pupa, or even some adults will hibernate or overwinter in a clump of our native warm season grasses.
Let's take a tour of some of the native grasses in this garden.
This grass is purple tops, Tridens flavus. It happens to be the larval host plant for some of the skipper butterflies, and the seeds are eaten by our birds. This grass is Indian grass, or Gastrum nutans. It happens to be our state grass. Did you know we had a state grass? Well, we do. And you'll see this along our roadsides, quite beautiful. This grass is broomsedge. It's one of the andropogon species. This used to be used for making brooms, thus the name broomsedge. You'll see it a lot in the fields, but it's a wonderful grass to include in your garden. I love the way the grass curls on this broomsedge. Just imagine if you were a little bee that was needing to find a safe spot for the winter, climb in there. What a great little house. Cozy and warm. Here's one of my personal favorites. This is Woodland Oats, Chasmanthium, Cecil Florum. Why I like it so much? Because it's one of those grasses that'll grow in the shade. This is native to South Carolina, wonderful plant, warm season, perennial, clumping grass. Don't forget to put them in next time you're planting your pollinator garden. You want to include some of our native warm season grasses.
That's all for today. Thanks for joining us for this episode of Watch and Learn. Funding for this project was provided by an Urban Agriculture Conservation Grant from the National Association of Conservation Districts. Support was provided by the USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service.